it's Barbie with the Collier County Public Library, and I promised you 5 books that would give you a reason to believe. I invite you to join me today as I bring you books that will ask you, what does it mean to believe, and what do you believe? All the books I am talking about today are available in some form through Collier County Public Library. Check out our website, collierlibrary.org. I'm going to start with a classic today, Lost Horizon by James Hilton. This is a 1933 novel that is best known as the origin of Shangri-La, which is a fictional utopian lamasery located high in the mountains of Tibet. The book centers on the story of Hugh Conway, a veteran member of the British diplomatic service, and he finds inner peace and purpose while in Shangri-La, whose inhabitants enjoy incredible longevity. This book will inspire you to examine your own ideas about Western and Eastern culture and the difference between an unconsidered life and a reflective one. Some questions to consider while reading. In this book, there is a discussion about the belief everything in moderation, even virtue. Should one then strive to be moderately honest? Or how about moderately happy? Would you want to live for several hundred years, as the llamas in Lost Horizon are trying to do? What are the benefits and the drawbacks of a long life? The next one I'm going to do today is called Our Lady of the Lost and Found by Diane Chamberlain. Now, one Monday morning, a middle-aged writer goes downstairs to water her plants, and she finds the Virgin Mary standing in front of her fig tree. Yes, this book is an original, but the friendship that unfolds between these two women is skillfully told. And which one of us could use someone that propels us to examine life's big questions and to discover our own capacity to believe in whatever we choose? Most people, whether or not they are Catholic, have some knowledge of the Virgin Mary and what she represents. She has appeared on everything from a hillside to the side of a building to a tortilla. How would your life be changed if Mary visited you? And would you keep her visit a secret, as our host does in the beginning? The next book I'm going to do today is called The Dovekeepers by Alice Hoffman. This is actually a large print copy, one of the many forms that this book is available in our system. After writing more than 30 books, Alice Hoffman was inspired by a visit to Masada to write this novel. This book is set during and after the fall of Jerusalem, as the Romans are waging war against the Jewish stronghold Masada. And it's the story of 6 women, and it's interwoven, and the stories are told with great care. Believe me, it is not an easy task to make ancient characters come to life on the page. This book accomplishes this and more. One of the questions you could think about while reading this: for women at Masada, dreams contain important information, and ghosts and spells are accepted. How does their culture's acceptance of the mystical compare to your own? And do mystical and religious elements overlap? I don't think this one is going to stand up, but there it is. I'm going to do next Mythology by Edith Hamilton. Now, well, maybe it will stand. It's the witch's hat. That's what it is. Well, if you were to go out to my car right now, you would, and reach under the front passenger side seat, you would find a very battered copy of this book. Several years ago, Pat Conroy wrote a book called My Reading Life. And in it, he talked about the books and book people who had enriched his life. Well, this book was given to me by a book person in my own life and in my reading life and life. And I turn to it often. That's why it's underneath my front seat. And people often ask me, why read mythology? Well, our civilization has origins in ancient Greece, from democracy to the Olympics. Greek mythology is everywhere, from our words like echo or arachnophobia to the companies we shop from, Nike, Amazon. And I hope you think of me and the Collier County Public Library as book people in your life. Read this book. It is a timeless classic for a reason. My last book today, The Little Prince, and I don't do French well, so cut me some slack here. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. This is a little book, and it asks big questions. How do you keep the ability to love and forgive? Are we responsible for one another? How do we build relationships based on trust and sacrifice? You know, as children, we are aware. The older we become, the more blasé we become. We've been there, done that. I don't need to pay attention. Even when we want to engage, we don't have that luxury any longer. We have responsibilities and demands on our time. Well, that's where children's books come in. I read recently on the Scientific American blog that imagining yourself a child makes your mind more flexible. The possibilities are endless. It really is true. What matters is your attitude, not your age. As always, thank you for your time today. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them here or email me at the address on your screen. Later this month, look for a special video on literary witches. And next month, I will have 5 books to fall into for autumn. Let me leave you with a quote. Books are mirrors. You only see in them what you already have inside you. And that is by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. Thank you.